The $6 million Shiraz fits perfectly into our little playground label. This is typically not how we go about making wine at Toisner. Actually, most of the time at Toisner we don't have to make wine, the wine makes itself. But 2011 gave us the conditions in vintage where we actually had to dust off the textbooks and make wine again. So we picked this particular batch of fruit from Eden Valley, just on the edge of High Eden, at about 11 Beaumet, which equates to about 11% alcohol. Typically we'd be picking this vineyard at about 14, so for Barossa Shiraz this was barely even ripe, but it was displaying lovely spice and Northern Rhone type Shiraz characters in the fruit, so we decided that we thought we could probably make a pretty exciting wine out of this, but it was going to take a lot of effort. So we got together with the grower and he decided to take a bit of a risk on picking it if we took a risk on making the wine, and there was a high chance that both of us would be out of pocket because it might not have made great wine at all. If we left the fruit in the vineyard, it most certainly would have been attacked by botrytis and we would have lost the entire crop that night. So there was nothing really lost for us and just a tiny bit of risk. We essentially had to pull this wine right apart and put it back together, but we picked it and treated it more like a white wine than a red and pressed most of the juice off prior to ferment. We got this pink rosé looking juice, and we sent that to a mate up in the Riverland. He used all of his technological machines and pulled all the water out of this juice, and we ended up with 990 grams per litre of sugar, of grape sugar. He sent this grape sugar back to us, and we tipped that back into the original ferment from the grapes. So we concentrated all the juice out of it to concentrate the colour and flavour of the wine, really amplifying those spicy Northern European-like flavours and or Northern Rhone-like flavours, and adding the sugar back actually brought the potential alcohol back up to about 14%. So we've still got reasonably weighty Barossa Shiraz, but it displays more European type characters that people probably aren't familiar with out of the Barossa Valley. It's quite spicy and peppery and more cool climate than you'd expect from the Barossa Valley.